Hey team, this is Scorpius checking back in. If you're anything like me, then you're having a bad day usually more times than not. Let's check this out. So what you just got done hearing was my 30-inch zero turn. It was running in the blade engagement, but it wasn't producing enough power. It was bogging down in high grass. So I had to make a differential hack in order to get this thing right. And what you are going to be seeing in the next few minutes is me trying to figure out how to make it right as I envision it. And so that's been the problem. And I've been struggling with this for a while now, but I haven't been able to come up with a brilliant plan. So today, while on the scene, I do come up with a brilliant plan, but I can't implement it because I haven't thought it out correctly due to the stress, the overload, and all the other factors in between. And currently my helper, which is my wife, she goes out to get parts and pieces for me while I'm trying to put the tensioner on this spring. Now, this spring that you're looking at that I'm toying with is matter-of-factly the deck tensioner to the mower blades. And what that means is when I engage the mower blade to cut, by lifting that lever on the side, it pulls on this spring here that you see in my hand, and it tends to lock it in place and allow for the mower to do what it needs to do while cutting. But in this case, the spring has become loose and or worn, and so it's not producing enough power from the drive so that it can cut under heavy duty grass. So that's been my problem. We're doing this project. It's about 7 or 8 football fields in square space, and we have just started, and the problems already broke out on us. So right now I'm trying to figure out in the interim of her going and getting the parts that we need for the transmission, which broke down. There was a pulley on the transmission that completely rubbed off and blew off the entire transmission bracket. So she went to go get that. Everything else was in good condition, so I was like, hey, just match this size and bore diameter for the transmission idler pulley, and then come back. I'll work on this while you're out. I tended to work on it. As you can see, I'm having a hard time. I'm fumbling around. I'm on the job, and it's just 2 of us. And this is literally like a 6 or 7 man job. But as we all know, workers are hard to come by. So after firing everyone and everyone quitting simultaneously and intermeshed with time and conflict, we're on our own. So we're just a husband and wife team. I'm a general contractor. I'm also a landscaper, but I have this commercial contract which pays decently, but not really what we are interested in paying based on the complexity and the vastness of this project. So as you can see, I'm struggling trying to find the right pieces and tools and whatnot. I end up getting these clips that everyone has access to, their ties, and I start stringing them in through this tensioner spring on the mower deck so that I can engage the cutting of the mower deck. And essentially what ends up happening is I'm fumbling around. I'm trying to do it from the inside of the spring instead of from the opening. So I change my plan. I do it from the opening, bend the spring up and string it through with the tension off of it. So you got to kind of bend it while you're pulling it through, because the tension on that spring is so taut that it won't even allow this zip tie to go through. And so I run that one in, and then I get the second one, I prepare it, I run that one through just as well, because I know that just one zip tie is not going to leave me with great results. It's going to serve the purpose for the first few moments, but it's not going to last. So I double back on it. I run 2 zip ties, and then we knock it out. But long story short, we get this figured out. I said, hey, you know what? If I cut that spring in half without cutting the spring in half, I can use these zip ties to keep the tension on the spring so that I cut in half the excursion that the spring gives when it's being pulled on, which induces a tighter pull and a tighter tension on this spring, so that when I engage the mower deck, everything works like it's supposed to, and it drafts more power from the motor and the crank. So let's see how it goes, and if it goes right, then we've got ourselves a new hack. And remember, this is Skorpius Optimus. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know what you're going through. Let me know if this helps you guys, and let me know what it is that I can do for you so that we can get our show on the road and get past these obstacles. All right? Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Skorpius checking out. This hack is important because you don't have to buy a new spring when you're out in the field doing your 30 work. Thank you, guys.